looks like it's time to eat. Right. Okay. Got Ruby there. Who's on top of... Okay, we've got Ace up there. I think Felipe and Rosie are up there too. Yeah. Alright then. Yeah. Looks like it's starting to bowl. Hey. Tom hasn't spoken this much in weeks. That's so. Yeah. It's good for him to have someone his own age. Even if it is temporary. Yeah. TJ has definitely needed it too. Luckily, he had Ted and the girl from Swift Creek. I noticed. Although I have never seen you before. You've never joined Connor on a trade before. Yeah, that's because we've been gone a long time. Where, if you don't mind me asking? We were being held at the old Mattupolis hospital. Ah, I heard about that place. Was warned to stay with a few survivors I've met. Wait, oh? What did they say, exactly? Something about a man that wears a pig mask that abducts people? Children, especially. Wait, so there's people out here that knew about him? About what he was doing? People know about a lot of things out here. The Pig Man was one. There's also the Aces, Blood Bond, an American group. Of course, the Army is still a thing. There's plenty of others. Most are just ghost stories. Yeah, well, the Pig Man, Pigton was his name. He was real. He's dead now, but he was real. The Aces, they are too. I know. Those I just mentioned either exist or existed at one point. Then, do you mind me asking what it is exactly you do out here? Other than trade for you to know all that? All my son and I do is trade and travel. We make allies, some friends. Well, then we might as well, you know, talk about that since we have nothing else to do. Sure. What do you want to know? I mean, how many survivors have you met out here? Man, I don't even know by now. I still trade with maybe 20, if not more. Really? All in Mattupolis? Yeah. However, there is a group I know of that isn't in Mattupolis. I stay away from it. Oh, is it dangerous? For you, no. For me and my son, absolutely. For your lady and son too. Why? To put it simply, they like people of your colour. Wait, really? In all this, that's what they're worried about? You're telling me. But it's one of the largest trade centres in the country, from what I've seen and been told. Set up at an old football stadium. If you ever need anything, that'd be the place to go. Even if they only let you enter. They have everything you could possibly need, from jewellery all the way to heavy machinery. You seem impressed by the place, despite how they see you. It's because I am. I send people, friends, in there to get things I need from time to time. They always have what I need, so yes, I'm impressed. Disappointed that I can't see it for myself because of what they'd do to me if I tried. But I'm hoping that someday something will change there. It's only the leaders who discriminate and not the actual people. So with a change of management someday, I'll be able to enter. Oh, well, maybe you can be the one to help bring on that change. Perhaps. Or maybe it'll be someone else. Yeah, well, hopefully, right? But back to the people you trade with. There's more you'd like to know? But, I don't know. After only being around the same people in the same place for so long, I guess I'm just curious about people out here. Well, it's a dangerous place, as I'm sure you know. I've come across people of all ages. Kids, adults, elderly. People need things, and if I can get them for them, I will. That's really kind. Now, honourable, if you don't mind me asking, what led you to helping people like this? My wife. At the start, she wanted us to help people. I wasn't exactly happy with the idea. I wanted to look out for just my family, but she insisted and we opened up our home to people. We survived as a group for a long time. Many of those strangers saved me on multiple occasions. And I would never have met any of them if it wasn't for my wife. But she got bit, and she died. The group split up after that, but I wanted to continue what my wife was doing. That's all it is, really. My wife, Tam's mother, was the only light in the dark times, and I wanted to honour that. Yeah, well, it's good to know that people like you still exist, you know, people that want to help and not just take. Yeah, well, there's times I think about giving up on my wife's way of thinking. Times when it's hard to be helpful to people when so many aren't willing to help you in return. However, Tam gets me through it. If I'd lost both him and my wife at the start, I wouldn't be who I am today. I'd be someone far worse. Okay, it'd probably be the same if I didn't have TJ and Primo. And everyone else, to be fair. So now you've asked me some questions, let me ask you some. Yeah, sure, go for it. TJ is clearly not your son. Primo could be his biological mother, but I don't think she is. Am I wrong? No, you're right. Neither of us are his actual parents. Then, how did he come into your care? Well, his dad died at the very start. And then, I came across him and his mum when I was travelling alone. It was by complete chance that I came across them. I was just looking for supplies, you know, I'd target buildings that looked like people used to be there. You know, they were usually barricaded, run down, you know. We usually had the most supplies. So, completely by chance, his mum, Anna, died the day I met her. But before she did, she asked me to look after TJ when she was gone. I mean, I was afraid, to say the least. You know, the thought of looking after a kid I'd only just met. You know, I don't see how she could have trusted me, but she didn't really have much of a choice. I mean, I never wanted kids before this. You know, this. But having TJ with me definitely made me realise what I'd been missing. What I needed, really. And I love him like he's my own son, even if biologically he's not. Then after it being only me and TJ for a few days, we ended up saving Tobias. I would have kept driving, in fact I wanted to, but TJ convinced me to stop and help Tobias. Clearly that was a good call, because look at Tobias now. But then together, Tobias, TJ and I travelled to what is now Swift Creek. That's where I met Primo, and she definitely didn't like me when we first met. But she had her reasons, though. So you met all three of them within a week or so of each other? Yeah, actually. Thinking back on it now, it all happened relatively quickly. But now they're some of the best people in my life. Huh. Tobias met me in a similar manner. Back in the day, Tobias used to do supply runs. My boy and I had a trade deal that went wrong. Shots were being fired and we were pinned down. Out of nowhere, a new set of gunshots started to ring out. Then silence. Poked my head out from behind the wall, and there they stood. Tobias, Addy, and Creed. They killed them all. told me and my boy it was safe to come out. You know, I came out first. And they just spoke to me. Introduced themselves, said they'd seen me around, that they liked the way I worked. Requested the trade deal, and I've been working with them ever since. That's kind of why I owed Tobias a favor. This favor. Huh. How many did they kill? About a dozen or so? You seem to be surprised by that for some reason. Why? But it's, like I said, I've been away a while, and clearly Tobias has changed a lot in that time. Let's just say that when I left, Tobias really didn't like the idea of having to kill. No. Well, I wouldn't know. Also, you said you're from Lakeworth, yet you've asked me to drop you off at Worm Road. You know I'm willing to take you further, but you don't want me to. So my question is, what's at Worm Road? Supplies? Mostly weapons, but also friends. You said you've been gone a while. Are you sure your friends are even still there? I don't know. I hope so. Either way, the supplies still are. Right, well, I think that's my questioning done for now. If I think of anything, I'll let you know. Ah, okay, alright. Think I'll go and take over from TJ and Tam, you know, give them a break, get them to come over for some food. Since it should be done soon. Right, I'll be back at some point, I suppose. Yeah, my mom's gone too. Hey, bud. Oh, hey, Brent. I'm gonna take over your lookout. You two go get some food. Have you ate already? I'll eat later, okay? But right now it's more important that you two do. Nah, we're okay. We can keep watching. I know you can, but it's getting late and you need sleep because after tomorrow we're gonna be on foot again. Yeah, and we know how it was last time. Okay. Listen, I know it's not fun, but it will be easier this time, you know? We have shoes. Yeah, no more burning feet. Exactly. Plus, we'll be able to travel faster with a smaller group. Alright then. We'll go and eat. Good lad. The stew smells good. You'll have to save me some. Okay, will do. Good. Then, I suppose, once you've ate up and all that, we'll switch shifts with someone, and then I'll talk to you soon, alright? Go and get some of that stew.